You have been lied to about beat block. Let me explain. So imagine your producer journey starting off here. And in my last video, I explained how this journey is a line. If you want to check out that video, I've got it up above. But it can't be a straight horizontal line because eventually you're going to get better. And it can't be a straight line at all because you're going to have low points as well as high points. So it looks a little bit more like a sine wave, but that peak is going to keep going up. And at first, these low points are going to stay pretty consistent. You're not really making anything, and anything you make is probably shit. And that's because you're lacking inspiration. You just don't really have any new ideas, whatever it might be. And what I want to cover in this video is how you can get this line to start having the low points going up as well, so that your low points, you're still making beats, but they're getting better too. So we're gonna cover all of my personal tricks to get you going from this to this. So my first trick, and I'm hoping some of y'all have picked up on this, that's just remembering some of your favorite progressions, so that whenever you do start a beat, you have that starting point ready for you. Some of my go-to progressions include the 1 3 6 7, the 1 6, and the 1 6 5 7. So once you've picked whatever chords you want to use for your starting point, you can just break those chords up, maybe arpeggiate them, do whatever you want to do with them to just start and create the basis for your entire melody. Ooh, that's kind of hard. I'm just gonna repeat that. And that segues into the next trick that I love using, and that's taking advantage of repetition. So these two chords are very similar. Most of their notes are shared. So I could just copy this arpeggiation over and then change up the 5th to the 6th here. And just having that small change makes it sound so much more different. You can build on that a little bit more if you want to. And we can even just fill up whatever empty room there is. My bass notes down here, and then in between what I have up here, I could throw something in there as well. Evil doer type beat. Kinda do go hard though. At this point, I personally want to find a different sound. And when you have beat block, even your sound selection is important, because you can just pick sounds you already know are going to work, like using your favorite 808, or by taking that melody we just made and putting it with an ARP. You can also really leverage the power of just layering things, because we can still use it and layer it with what we already have to add some variation in our beat. And the two patterns work together because essentially they're the same thing. That's where you can start throwing in sounds you want to use to add texture and depth to your melody. Now that can be something simple, it can be an entire sample, whatever you want. As long as you can find it, you can use it. And it's that easy to put together something that sounds good just by using a few of these tricks. But to make a full beat, you need to add in drums. And to do that, it's really helpful to know the common rhythms in the genre you're trying to make. So for example, in trap, this is one of the most common rhythms you'll ever see. And just like the chords, you should use this as a starting point, because now what I can do is build off of this, throw in some other drum hits here and there, maybe take some of them out, sprinkle in like a few rolls or something here and there, and just continue to build around that. And all you need to do is just add in some light variations here and there. And on the 4th and 8th bar, I find that's where it's best to just add in like crazy stuff, like the rolls that you want to go crazy on. And once you have that 4 bars, you just want to copy it over, go to that little last 8 bar you have, and mix it up, do something a little bit different. And you can do the exact same thing with pretty much all of your drum sounds. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. And rhythm's a little bit more simpler than melody, so you can just copy that over, and just like we did with the melody, just find a little bit just to change up that 2 bars you copied over. I'm gonna move this forward. Another really common rhythm in trap is this exact accent snare pattern. And you can change it up or just move things around however you want, make it your own, and add your own kind of spin to the bounce. And when I said layering was going to help you for variation, I meant in your arrangement, because now we have 2 patterns that sound similar but they're not the same. And I can use them entirely on their own. And they'll still sound different from each other, but I can also use them together. So that's just something you want to keep in mind with your arrangement. So just by following these really simple tricks, you can make good beats when you're going through beat block. So next time you have beat block, put these tricks to use, please, for your sake. And by the way, here's the full thing.